Leo, fellow Leo, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to us, fellow Leo. Happy birthday to us, Leos. Happy mother freaking birthday, Mercury retrograde. Where did I come from? Hawaii, from the tsunami. They didn't know I was the tsunami. Happy birthday, Leo. Happiest birthday, my cupcake. My cutie patootie, look at all that. So yummy. So we're gonna let this just kind of chill over here in the background. Sprinkle, sprinkle, hold on. Now, Leo, I am your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy here at the Renaissance Tarot. I serve and I slay. Ask around, you'll find out. But after all, I'll talk about my trip to Hawaii for my birthday, July 28th. Leo, quadruple Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll talk about it in the video. But now, we're going to get into your reading from August 11th to the 17th, right? And we're going to see who is this emotionally unavailable, avoidant person that's been on your mind and you're dealing with. And we're going to clarify past, present, and future. We're also going to see what is the main challenge and close up with some advice and a prompt. Was that you, Leo? Is that you? Mwah. So, Leo, I'm back. I'm back with popular demand to serve and to slay. Happiest birthday to all of you up to this point and the points to come and all of that. What a Leo season. Volcanic eruption, seismic activities going on. It looks like there is going to be a new continent erupting from the depth of the ocean. For all of us, for all the Leos to just have our kingdom and just settle there. Might as well just marry a Leo. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, let's get into your reading and see what's going on. Mother freaking tower, speaking of that. Tower eruptions. Oh my gosh, are you talking about a volcano? Okay, let's get into your reading. Getting serious, I'm channeling. Now, your challenge, Leo, is the Lovers. So your challenge, Leo, for the upcoming week is the Lovers. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Cups, who is waiting on a text message on a communication. Okay, and there is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Your challenge, Leo, no surprise, is the love reading, has to do a lot with somebody that you are dealing with. Possibly you and this person could be coming from different cultures, background, age difference between you and this individual. Okay, could be dealing with somebody that you really have very strong emotions and feelings towards and you haven't been able to let go of this person. Despite the fact that my intuition has been telling me that this person has been emotionally unavailable. What do you see? What do you see here with the Tower and the Seven of Swords in the recent past? Somebody that's hiding something, that's not being truthful. Seven of Swords, right? Something that was hidden. I'm going to get back to this and I'm going to clarify this and the challenge as well. For many of you, you might have moved on from this specific person. It's been taking you a lot of strength and a lot of energy for you to really embark onto a new journey. However, I do see here you still holding on to the idea and the version of a person that you created in your mind. And you still want to make sure that this person, it's like almost, Leo, you want to make sure, fellow Leo, that this person right now, they match the version that you have created in your mind, or at least how they presented themselves to be to you. We're going to clarify that. Now, in the present moment, you have the Nine of Swords, the Emperor, and the Queen of Swords. So in the present moment, I do see here a lot of things happening in the background. What's actually happening in the background for many of you is that, yes, you are in your power, Leo, with the Emperor. You're in your position. We are in our season. But because of the Mercury retrograde, there is a lot of memories and thoughts. It's just kind of like keep coming back. I do strongly feel for many of you, you might be catching some sort of anxiety or thoughts throughout the day. We're going to find out about this. Now, you are prepared. You're actually more than prepared for some sort of a conversation. And we're going to find out to see what this conversation could lead towards too. Okay? In the near future, you have the Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Sun. This is going to take a two-way, both ways conversation, okay? That's going to actually finally bring you into you're the sun. You're going to be happy anyways. You are still able to find yourself being happy even in the little things and just rejoice. But there is a part of you, Leo, that gets very much stressed out about something and somebody, and specifically this person. I feel like for many of you in the near future, there is going to be a conversation with the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, which is going to alleviate some sort of a feeling. We're going to find out to see what this is about. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. First of all, you could be dealing with a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisceana. Could be an Aries here, basically all the other signs. But Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Cups, okay? So for some of you, I do strongly feel like here there is a very strong bond and an emotional connection between you and this person, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. That talks about emotions that are very much tied up to this person, okay, to their physical. There is something about this person's physical appearance, possibly, okay, that you really, really very much are connected to, whatever part of their body, and vice versa also, okay. And there is potentially, what you don't see coming is here, slow, but some sort of communication with the letter down there. But I feel like you're really dealing with somebody that's just kind of like, they get very closed off, they get back into their shell, okay, and you've been asking yourself a lot of questions. For some of you, you have been even feeling a little bit guilty, as if like almost blaming yourself. This silence that's been created maybe has been kind of made you feel like you are the one, that it happened because of you, but you're putting it into this guilt game. You're like, no, I'm not. You need to take your ownership. You need to own your part of the story, right? So Leo, let's get into the clarification and see what's going on. What's going on for my cutie patootie Leos? It was a very intense beginning, I'm telling you. I literally arrived yesterday, but like, you know what? I got my energies up. Sprinkle, sprinkle, because I'm here to serve and to slay. Let's clarify the Lovers. So Leo, the Lovers is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Fool. Here is the thing. There is a delay. It's been a delayed new beginning that was supposed to happen. For some of you, I am strongly getting here, you might have tried to reignite a connection with this person and there was a rejection, okay? And you're dealing, like I said, you're in the beginning, without even pulling the cards, you might have dealt with somebody that was emotionally unavailable. When you look at the Four of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, this shows somebody that's very much emotionally closed off. There's no movement happening, right? The Knight of Pentacles is the only one for you to have a brand new beginning. And it looks like there has been a delay in this love, in this relationship. And this is something that's been your challenge. And this is something that keeps coming back, especially in your season. Maybe some of you haven't even heard from this person, or you are anticipating to hear back from this person on your birthday, by your birthday, in your season. You might be, and I'm going to be honest with you, truthful, no filters at all. You know, I'm a truthful Leo here. You might have even said, you know what? I think the Mercury retrograde is going to be working in my favor anyways, because like Mercury retrograde tends to bring people from the past, right? And because this mother freaker is so much emotionally unavailable, you're like, God damn, like, where are you? What's going on? The Mercury retrograde is supposed to bring all them people from the past. Where the hell are you? But here's the thing, cutie patootie. We don't chase. We are not crazy like the Knight of Swords. We are not crazy like the Knight of Swords energy. We don't chase. We don't try to force nothing, honey. You detach, you meditate, you focus, and you bring this person that you have tried to treat like a celebrity and put him on a pedestal. You take him and bring him down here where they belong, okay? Ain't nobody gonna be on a pedestal. Ain't nobody gonna be. Love is only gonna be on the pedestal. True love is gonna be on the pedestal. Don't idolize no person. That's a major lesson many of you have been learning so far. So, Fool, Four of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. There has been a delay in some sort of a love confession. Okay, and how this is gonna unfold, we're gonna find out in the near future. And this is your main challenge, because a lot of you have been wanting to have a brand new beginning. Either be like, you know what, let's just make something very clear. Are you in or are you out? Because either way, I want to have a brand new beginning, and I feel like I'm going to have a brand new beginning on my own anyways. But when you try to come back, this is something that I feel like is going on in your mind. Like, don't think that I'm just going to be rolling the red carpet and having you come back. So Let's clarify the Tower in the recent past. Some sort of a situation came to an end which was very painful, and I think this has to do a lot, possibly a third-party situation. Lies, deception, dishonesty, something was hidden from you. Magician, manipulation. The other definition of the magician also represents manipulation, dishonesty, Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah. And then King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, possibly Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. We're not here to put our fingers on every single sign, on other signs. But I'm just saying here, whatever came to an end here is this new beginning. You couldn't really see Eight of Swords. You couldn't see where this connection was going forward. And it might have come to a very abrupt and sudden ending, right? The Tower here is because I feel like you might have also realized that something was off about this person. What was this person hiding from Leo in the recent past? Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Before I pull a card, this person that you were dealing with had substance abuse, alcohol issues, drug issues, could have been even compulsive behavior, or what is the word for that? Hold on. Promiscuity. Promiscuity, being very promiscuous, right? Page of Swords, argumentative, closed off energy, Four of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles, abandonment wounds, abandonment issues. These are the main things that I'm seeing here, okay? And you idolize this person, you made them the star, Leo. You made this person the star, and you even try to carry the burdens and the responsibilities of kind of trying to do everything for this person. We're gonna need to have a conversation. It's okay, I got you, it's okay, it's okay. So, in the recent past, you definitely dealt with somebody who was emotionally unavailable. Them cards are here. Can't make it up. Emotionally unavailable, abandonment wounds, emotionally unavailable, and the Page of Swords, avoidance of conversations and conflict and confrontation here. Now, the Chariot here in the recent past, I do strongly feel like here that this was more so about your energy, which is clarified by the Chariot, double confirmation. Okay, this is a double confirmation of you moving forward. The Hermit and the Page of Cups. Many of you started shedding light onto the path that you wanted to pursue. When you take a look at the Hermit shedding light, holding the lantern on the Chariot means move, vehicle. Some of you maybe even got a new vehicle, but it was more about your direction in love. Page of Swords, right? Which direction are you gonna move when it comes to love? Who do you want to entertain is the question you started asking yourself in the recent past. What kind of people do you want to open your heart to, dear fellow Leo? These are the questions you started shedding light onto. Some of you said, you know what, I'm not gonna start dating. I'm just gonna stop meeting other people. I just need to really focus on myself and do a lot of self-reflection. This is a very self-reflectory energy. Could have dealt with an Aries, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Okay, and for many of you, you really realized that maybe you found out later that there was possibly a third-party situation. For some of you, this person didn't even tell you that there was a third party. The third party can mean multiple things. It could be from an actual person affair, could be a chair, I don't know, overworking, overtime, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, you know, all them crazy toxic people, right? So now, this is what happened in the past. In the present moment, you seem to be kind of still a little bit stressed out at the back of your mind. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords, Leo. What is the Nine of Swords for my Leos, for my fellow Leos? Clarified by the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, the Hierophant, and the Six of Wands. So in the present moment, you definitely are thinking about, is this person gonna finally commit? Am I really going to be committed with this person? Even if we were to get back together, is there going to be equal give and take exchange energy? There is something here that you feel like that was very unfair towards you. The person that was emotionally closed off towards you, that either ghosted you or disappeared or shut down. First of all, they had a lot of mommy issues. They had a lot of daddy issues. They also had a lot of abandonment wounds. I'm going to say it straight up out there. There is no sugarcoating here, sprinkle, sprinkle. So there is definitely major questions when it comes to this person. Are they really the one that I should commit to? Is this really the one that I should marry? And you have the Emperor on top of your reading holding the chess piece in their hand. This is your state of being in the present moment right now, Leo. You are definitely taking into consideration your next move when it comes to this person. I think that you have a lot to say to this person, but on the other hand, there is a lot of love. But also you want to come from a place of authenticity and honesty. The Emperor is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Like I said, there is a lot of conversation that you truly want to have with this person. The Eight of Wands is communication, clear communication towards who? The Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisceana energy. And there is also the Wheel of Fortune. Your conversation is actually stemming from this place of, hey, look, we can work this out. And Wheel of Fortune is a very positive energy. It's also luck and destiny. And I think that it's like almost, Leo, you want to take things into your hands. Like you want to take control of, and there's nothing wrong with that, honestly. I don't care what they say. You definitely want to take control and hold of a situation by the mere fact that you no longer want to be in this place of, just kind of being passive and just sitting back. You just want to make it very clear when this opportunity and this situation presents itself towards you to have a talk, you definitely will have a talk. Queen of Swords. And one of the things you're going to challenge this person and let them know for educational and informational purposes is definitely the very fact that they are an avoidant, that they need to either do some sort of therapy. You know what I'm saying? You have come to realize, Leo, and I'm going to say this, you're not dating, you know what I'm saying? You're not dating out of lack. You don't want to date out of lack. You want to date out of love. See what I'm saying? And that's a big shift for you right now. I'm not saying you always dated out of luck, but I feel like for many of you, that whole love, it was one-sided. It turned into a lack from their end. Now, Queen of Swords is clarified by the Star, the King of Swords, and the Emperor again. The conversation you want to have here is very much tied up to like equally giving and taking. And also power struggles. I don't know who needs to hear this, but maybe the person you are dealing with has some sort of position, power, age differences between you and them, older, younger, it doesn't matter who is older, who is younger, but it looks like there is a lot of factors that come into place into this communication. For some of you, your family could be against this connection, or maybe friends or people might have said, well, you know what do you do? What are you going to do? What are you going to be doing with this person? And things like that. A lot of factors come into place with this person. Some of you also, the people around you, they know the story of what has happened between you and this person. And they're definitely, they have their opinion, and you want to make sure that you are not mixing other people's experiences and emotions with yours. Okay, so Eight of Pentacles in the near future is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Cups. So here is the thing. The reconciliation between you and this person, or at least a conversation that can lead to a reconciliation, is going to take place. This is exactly what I was saying in the beginning. Remember when I said there is going to be a conversation? It's the Eight of Pentacles, but I'm sensing it also carries very much of Eight of Wands energy. And something here is going to be alleviated. Some sort of pain, anxiety situation that's been very heavy for you is going to be finally lifted off from you. Six of Cups, whenever this appears, it indicates a past person resurfacing, and you could really get to a point where it's not about just forgiveness. It's not just about, oh, let's forgive and you move forward, but you could be literally like tutoring and teaching this person something very important. You could have become a catalyst and a catharsis for this person to change something within themselves. Everyone has free will. I think though there is a time when you show up in somebody's life, destiny, Wheel of Fortune, you teach them something. There is a pattern that this person has been repeating with other people. When they have encountered you, Leo, it gives me the energy of them kind of like realizing, hold on, actually this person is the whole package. They are the sun, they are the happiness, they are the joy. This person really celebrates me. This person really takes care of me. What am I doing? And this person must have gone after disappearing and ghosting and tried to look for you in other people. I'm sorry, gotta say that. And they have been very unsuccessful in trying to find that. Now, let's clarify the Five of Swords here for you in the near future. The Five of Swords is clarified by the Empress. Like I said, there is gonna be so much care, Leo, so much nurturing and nourishment that is gonna alleviate the pain. Page of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Like I said, the pain here, which is literally clarifying the Five of Swords, this is a situation where you felt deep sense of betrayal, deep sense of wounds, and it's going to be alleviated. However, this conversation is going to unfold and whatever approach this person is going to show towards you, I do strongly feel like here that this is going to lead you to some sort of an like a burning question getting answered, and you finally seeing yourself being like fully free, and it's in your season, and the sun also represents you, right? So let's clarify the sun for you in the near future. The sun is clarified by the death card, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, and the Tower at the bottom of the deck. There is a lot that has to change in this connection, like a lot. You know what I'm saying? There has to be a rebirth. There is so many agonizing and what's the word for that? Provocative situations. Like there's a lot of questions in your mind that you keep having back, that you keep having on and on. And I think for you, Leo, to bring your trust back is going to take a lot of efforts, and I feel like that is something that really is going to come into this conversation. But I do see here, this is what you're freeing yourself from, right? The sun is clarified by this. You're freeing yourself from this constant agony, pain, aggression, and anger. You're directing your angers towards something better, and there is a metamorphosis and a change that's going to happen in your love life. Like I said, with the death card here, you're no longer going to be dating out of lack. You're going to be dating and you're going to be in a relationship out of love, okay? So let's get into your advice, Leo. The Tower here at the bottom of the deck is an indication, just as it came up here also. If something needs to really change within ourselves, we don't need to look outside, we don't need to go this and that, it's going to change and it's going to lead to a lot of happiness here. If we have to walk away from a situation, from a habit, from a version of a person that we created in our minds that doesn't exist, which ultimately is going to lead us to have a lot of healing within ourselves, right? And alchemize the situation and be like, you know what? If this process is being delayed, I'm not going to sit here and wait. This is a delay. We're talking about our love relationship. I'm still able to find the strength within myself and to walk away from something or from somebody, and that has been hurting me a lot, and come towards a new destiny and a new path that, I can find new love. That is something that we are able to learn in this situation. And for many of you, I do see here you're really taking into consideration a lot of factors. This is a reading where I see here, it's like you're not just marrying this person for just, there's a lot of things. Maybe you have children, maybe this person has children, maybe there is a backstory, there is a history, certain, circumstances that play a big role between you and this person that you're taking into consideration. Age difference could be a thing too. Let's get the advice for you, Leo. Very interesting reading. Very interesting, Leo. Now, okay, so the King of Wands, which is you, as we can see showing up, right? The King of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so if you're dealing with somebody that's being very much closed off, that's being very much unopened, delayed, they're holding themselves, they're holding themselves back, and you have been holding on to this person and you really, really want to have some sort of a conversation. I do see here that's unfolding for you, but you need to continue. I'm not saying you need to be, you need to continue. Okay, there's a difference between saying be and continue, because I know who you are. To continue the honesty with yourself, deep in your heart in the little corner, knowing that if you need to confront face-to-face somebody, you need to really say to them, hey, listen, I'm not saying this because I'm pointing my finger at you, but this is something you need to really take accountability for. And if you don't want to communicate, that's fine, but I'm going to move on. Okay, if you don't want to proceed forward, that's fine. Okay, but this person is seeming like, it looks like they are wanting to return for a desire for a reunion. Hey, Leo, hitting you up. What's up? What's going on? And you're like, what's down? So I'm saying, what's down? Don't think I'm going to be having you come back with my hands up open, arms open. Not because we're being petty here and condescending, but we are being realistic, and we are like, you know what? Here's the thing. I ain't gonna be sitting in this mess and trying to clean up after that. I'll do my inner work and inner healing. Have you done your inner work? Have you healed yourself? Are you aware that you have avoidance? Are you aware that you have like abandonment wounds and you're closed enough and you really need to take accountability and responsibility for your behavior? Because everybody wants you, Leo. Yes, everybody wants you. Yes. And you may say, well, I don't think so, and some cross-watchers or some trolls, whatever, I'm like, I don't know, this, Leo, whatever. We don't care. It's the ultimate truth, okay? Look at the sun. in the middle. Leo is the closest. That's your planet. Now all the other signs, they have other planets that are, and everyone is rotating around the sun. Okay? I'm sure you are the type of Leo that you don't dim others' light to just shine yours. You give space and you allow other people to also shine as well at the same time, right? That's the type of Leo that you are. All right? You don't dim other people's lights. You let everyone shine in their own place, but you also got to remember your worth and your value. You don't chase. You don't try to revolve and walk around the same cycle, the same mountain over and over and over. The advice here is if you got to confront that and talk to them, that is what's going to happen and that's what you're going to do. What is the prompt for you and this person? Let's talk about this. What prompt should I choose from? I'm going to choose from the blue. Oh, wow. This is about you, Leo. And I'm going to choose something else. A prompt for you and your partner, you can definitely share with me in the comment section. So your prompt here is, how has your definition of success changed as you have grown older? I feel like for me personally, Leo, the definition of success has changed over the past few years of realizing that, even confirming even more so, that you know what, honestly, I'm definitely gonna make sure that I'm sharing my success with other people, that my success is crowned when I feel like that I'm making a difference in this world, right? It's become more from like personal to I want to celebrate everybody else. I want to celebrate other people's successes even more. And for me, the definition of success is not fame, it's not money, it's that deep feeling and sense of fulfillment that you have made an impact and that you have left a footprint into this world and made a difference in somebody else's life. That's the definition of success. Okay, it's not about a title, it's not about 100,000 YouTube play button. I mean, those are like complementary things. A mega house, car, those are complementary, sprinkle. It's about making a difference in another human's life. So that's something that you can share, right? And what is this question? Past. Okay, so this is about when was the last time a scent reminded you of a childhood memory? Share that story with me. I think for me, it was the scent of a tree. When I went to Hawaii, there was a specific tree scent. Trees, like nature, very fresh smell that reminded me of my childhood. I used to be out into the nature a lot when I was a little child. Now I do that often too. So you can share those prompts with me. This is something that you can share with your partner as well. It's a conversation opener as well. Now, dear fellow Leo, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your beautiful presence. For many of you, you have been witnessing my journey on Instagram and on Facebook. Also, I've been able to share some of the pictures and videos of my trip. It was amazing. For my birthday, I was in Maui, Hawaii, had a blast. I took myself out on dinners. I went to spa, got a massage, went to zip lining. I also did skydiving, 10,000 feet above the clouds. That was something really phenomenal that I did. It was very symbolic for me. Jumping out of the toy plane was funny. But it was great, just literally flying, soaring like an eagle through the clouds. It was amazing. You know, a lot of activities, drove to Hana by myself and, you know, started romanticizing my life, right? Because in order for us to attract the partner that we want, it's important for us to become that person, to become comfortable doing things on our own. It's another level of confidence to sit in a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? When you see other couples out there, people out there, and you're dining and you're enjoying and you're having your espresso martini, my favorite, and my type. Because why not? Hell yeah. So I'm saying it's not a matter of I can't be in a relationship. I can if I want to, just like that. But I'm very picky. And also at the same time, you know, it's about knowing my worth and my value, right? We don't want to date out of lack. We want to date out of love. And I know that for you also, dear Leo, okay, your person, for me, my person, here is the thing. It's complementary. And a lot of people were asking me, oh my gosh, is this a solo trip? I'm like, yes, hell yeah, this is a solo trip. Of course. You know what I'm saying? You don't wait for somebody to come outside of it to give you the joy and happiness. You do it for yourself because you owe it to yourself, Leo. Mercury retrograde, holy shit, I was driving through the highway and I'm seeing all this traffic out there and people running like crazy. I'm like, what's going on? And I don't know because I don't watch the news. I don't watch the fake news. Sorry. I don't watch the fake news. I'm sorry. No news at all. But anyways, the sirens are going off, whatever, and you know how the news exaggerates. There's a tsunami going on. Oh my gosh, find shelter, find shelter. It was like splashes of water. So I'm saying, I would be more worried about the animal life, the animals in the ocean and all that, sea life, right? And all that. Because humans, they can find their shelter. But anyways, it was all fine. Everything was fine. You know, thrived the tsunami. And I also went to Mount Haleakala, how do I pronounce it? 10,000 feet above, and watched the sunrise. It was amazing. So yeah, it was very symbolic. So I'm saying, I'm not waiting for nobody. I'm not chasing nobody. I am who I am, and I'm good, and I'm comfortable, and I'm cozy in my own skin, and I know that I'm, according to the law of attraction, like attracts the like, right? So I might as well just become the person that I really am attracting into my life. And the receipts, we'll be seeing them soon. And I want to see your receipts, Leo. So, with all that being said, Leo, happiest birthday to you. I love you so much, my cutie patootie. Happiest birthday. And yeah, this was given to me before my birthday. That's why those are like a little, they're like whatever, already deflated, right? But it's okay, we got a cupcake. So happy birthday to you, dear Leo. I love you so much, and keep that beautiful smile back up. I'll see you on the next one. Mwah.